For edifying and refreshing contents, watch Revival in Reformation Television. You will not be disappointed. This is Revival in Reformation Television. Keep watching. Welcome to Health Matters, a program featuring healthcare professionals teaching you how to take charge of your well-being and to let you know that God wants you to be healthy. Let's join the discussion now. God bless you.
Hello viewers, you're welcome once again to Health Matters. How have we been doing? I hope we've been taking water as usual. We're exercising and resting at every given time that we can. We're here again with a very good topic that has been laid upon our hearts to discuss today. I have with me once again our mother. She was here to talk to us about 50 plus, how to be healthy after 50. I'm sure we enjoyed it. She's here again. Once again, I want you to know that she's a trained nurse from the iconic UCH over 3 decades ago, if not up to 4 decades ago. She's a mother, grandmom, married to a bishop. She's a minister of God. She has her own fellowship. And she's an humanitarian too. She runs an orphanage. And she's a woman that loves healthy living. Please join me once again as I welcome Reverend Mrs. Rachel Bemi Olaleye. Mommy, you're welcome to Health Matters.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. So the other day we were really blessed.
I am blessed too.
Thank you, ma.
Amen.
So
Thank
viewers, we have a topic today that I want you to join us. Please, if you are joining us for the first time, kindly click on the subscribe button and please make comments and share to your friends. We have a topic today that I'm sure will be blessed. It's called Know the Food Patterns for Your Blood Group Type. Know the food pattern for your blood group type. So in case you don't even know your blood group, this is an opportunity for you to get to know your blood group. Mommy, we want you to first please tell our audience, our viewers, what are the blood group types that we have?
I will first of all say I thank God. Thank you for having me
You're
once
welcome.
again.
You're welcome, ma'am.
And I want to thank God for the case study that I'll be using right now. Credit to Dr. Adamo and the other people who are still doing researches on these blood groupings. So the diet for the different blood grouping in 1924 precisely, this blood group was classified, into 4 antigens. We call them antigens. A, okay. B, okay. O, and AB.
And AB. Okay. Good.
And of course, out of all these A, B, and O, we have 6 genotypes attached to them.
6 genotypes attached to them.
Yes. Okay, so we have like AA,
okay, ma'am.
AO,
okay,
BB,
okay,
BO,
okay,
00,
wow,
and AB.
And AB. Wow.
It's a lot, but we'll be going into it as we go on. Okay. So an individual's genotype may therefore be AA, for example, or AS, okay, or AC, okay, or AD, okay, or AE, AO, SS, SC, SD, and so on and so forth. Like I said, researches have been done. They are, still
really
ongoing. And so genotypes SS and SC, those ones are the ones responsible for sickle cell diseases. I'll say somebody has sickle cell. We'll be going inside, going further down on it. So here are some blood types and their genotypes. For example, type O, genotype for type O blood is OO. So that's why we have 4 groups of blood, but genotypes 6 different groups.
Okay.
So for blood group O, it's either O negative or O positive.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Meaning the person has inherited a 0, an O, which is allele from both parents. You have to have somebody that has it, or both parents. that one is there. So type B, the genotypes of blood group type B are BB and BO.
Okay.
Right?
BB and BO.
B negative, B positive, and you know, just like that. Genotype type A. For type A, we have blood AA or AO.
Or AO.
So I'm just mentioning all this because we're actually going for their diet, not really indeed.
Exactly.
Something. So the negative, O negative, is the universal red cell donor.
Okay, ma'am.
Anybody with blood group O negative, they are universal. They can donate,
to anybody.
Because it doesn't contain any antigens like others.
Okay, ma'am.
So AB positive, this blood type has all three types of markers. Like they have A, B, and resource factor.
Okay.
Those all have the combination. So blood type is determined by the type of hemoglobin found in the red blood cells. Now these things are connected to the diet, to the different diet. That's why we are going like this,
yes,
before we start separating them. So genotype indicates the type of protein found in the red blood cells.
Okay, ma'am.
So what is the blood type diet?
That's where we're going now.
Exactly,
so I want you to just take note. So I want you to take it group by group.
Good.
Blood group type A, what are their food pattern? What food pattern should they follow?
Good.
Yes.
Now, the idea behind this blood diet is that people have different nutritional needs.
Yes, ma'am.
Based on their blood type, like you said, O, A, B, or AB. So according to the blood type diet, eating certain types, a certain food is based on your blood type, which is based on your blood type, can help you live healthier.
Yes.
And even lose weight if you are obese on the weighty side. So although the diet hasn't been proven to work for everyone,
okay.
However, in 1996, the doctor I told you about is a naturopathic doctor.
That's Dr. Adamo.
Naturopathic doctor, yes, okay. It's a Peter J.D. Adamo. Okay. He wrote a best-selling book called Eat Right for Your Type.
Okay.
Where he claimed that certain foods can lower inflammation, certain food can boost your energy, help you lose weight, prevent diseases, okay. You know, and that this diet is focused on healthy foods that will benefit most people.
Okay,
so it may be useful for those who try it. Anyway, so let's go.
Okay, ma'am.
Let's see, how does this blood type, how does it work?
Yes,
everyone responds differently to a nutrition plan, like I said, and you should always talk to your doctor before engaging or embarking on this type of new diet.
New diet, okay, doctors.
So that
advice.
People don't just go home, carry all their father and everything down and dump them and say, now I have to know my new food has started. So because these claims are not backed up by the web medicine up to now. So now, every man is born with a certain blood type, yes. Depending on your blood types of your biological parents.
Yes.
Now, the 4 major blood groups are categorized based on antigens, like I said, yes. A, B, either being present or absent on the surface or in the red blood cells. So, for example, someone with both antigens, A and B, blood. Someone with neither antigen, we have 0 blood. Now, he said antigens found in your blood can decide whether you are type A or we will decide your group, wherever it is, and other parts of your body. So this one will include is including your digestive tract. That's why we are bringing it little, you know, from this basic understanding. Your digestive tract will be affected alongside the type of diet that is
that you now decide to. Okay.
So, and that's what causes the food you eat to either react chemically with your blood type
or not.
Okay. So he says people with different blood types also have different gut bacteria.
Okay.
Which was traced back to our earliest ancestors, our ancestors. The research that Dr. Adamo made suggests that the first humans that was created, maybe they have type O, blood type O, because they are hunters.
Okay.
Since they were hunter-gatherers, they ate fewer carbs and more protein.
So we are doing type O first now. They were
Yes.
called hunters.
Well, this is just a general intro to everything.
Okay.
So those with A blood group are believed to have descended from farmers because plant-based diet is for this group A.
Okay.
Which is why Dr. Adamo urges a diet with more vegetable for this group, and he thinks B group also digests more fat because supposedly they evolved from nomadic tribes. That's B. Whose diet we are rich in meat and dairy.
Nomadic. Okay.
Yes. So he claimed that if you eat food that were common when your blood type is evolved, your blood will digest food more efficiently.
Okay, ma'am.
So the first thing that you do for different blood groups and what to avoid is what we are going into.
Okay.
Type A, known as the agrarian group.
The agrarian group. Okay.
They thrive on mostly vegetarian diet.
Okay, ma'am.
They do better. Not that they cannot eat
Other things. Okay.
but they do much more better if their food is mostly plant-based and vegetables. Type B, known as the nomadic, they thrive on high dietary food.
Okay.
High protein.
High protein.
Yes.
Okay.
Then the type AB, known as the Engima, they
Engima.
thrive more on mixture of type A and B.
Mixture of A and B.
Like a gatherer, they gather food, right?
Okay,
so
gatherers.
type O, which is known as hunter, is supposedly the oldest blood type, like we said,
okay.
And they thrive on a high animal protein diet.
High animal protein diet.
Good.
Okay, so we break it down now, ma.
Good. So with respect to your blood group,
Yes.
foods to eat below are the list of some of the food to each group as recommended by Dr.
We start with the agrarian.
Blood group type A.
Type A, yes.
Soya milk is good to add to your diet. Milk, of course, soya milk. Eggs, broccoli, carrots,
Okay.
fennel, kale. We have all these ones in our land. We have kale, we have pumpkin, we have carrots.
Okay.
We may not
We have
see
a lot
much
of
of
carrots.
apricots here.
I
but
don't
we have,
think so.
We have blueberries, cherries, pineapple, grapefruit,
Pineapple.
brown rice. Our father too can replace it.
My father can replace the brown
rice.
Okay.
Oat flour, that's organic.
Okay.
Meals, tofu, chicken, turkey. Turkey is good as the protein, and
Okay.
codfish,
Chicken
etc.
and turkey.
Yes.
Okay. But not fish. Or
Of course, fish is there.
Okay.
Fish is there.
Fish
Codfish.
is there. So it's like saying
fish.
they are good with white meat.
White or thereabout, yes.
Okay.
So for blood group type B, beets is good as a fruit. Broccoli, carrot, cow milk, cottage cheese, goat cheese, yogurt, kidney beef, spelt bread, oat bread,
Okay.
almond cranberries. You see all these things we are mentioning look like really distant. What's all this? I didn't have what to eat. You are telling me grapes and cranberries.
They are more nomadic
Lamb.
in nature.
Lamb is good for them. Lamb venison, halibut, cod.
Okay.
Blood group type. I'm just mentioning type before
Yes,
I
they
go
will
in
now
again
go, yes.
into their separate groups.
Yes, yes.
Blood group type AB.
AB
Watermelon is good for them.
Watermelon.
Cauliflower, garlic,
Cauliflower.
figs, eggs, goat milk, yogurt,
Okay, they are into goat too.
cheese, peanut butter,
Okay.
curry, red wine, turkey, lamb again,
Red wine.
and so on.
Okay, it's a mixture of A
It's a
and B.
mixture of A and B.
Okay.
Blood group type O
Type O
is
now.
beef, lamb, fish, poultry, kale, onion, spinach, banana, sweet potato, feta, cheese, ginger, all the normal flaxseed. Now,
Okay.
all four diets,
Yes, ma'am.
they are mostly based on real healthy foods in
Okay.
different groups.
Yes.
So all we are saying is that all these things are must be organic rather than
Processed food.
foods.
Okay.
So even if you try one of these diets and your own health improve, it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to do with your blood type at times.
Okay.
The fact that somebody in group A
Yes.
tries something of O and it works for you
Perfectly.
because it's organic, it doesn't mean that you should you should not cross line.
We should
No.
not cross line. Okay,
Just
so we
eat
can
healthy.
cross line
No, cross
and be LD.
depending on the healthy and the type of your gut bacteria
Okay.
that dictate.
We are just giving information on, in case you are like, okay, what are the things I need to be eating if I'm a blood hole? That is what she wants to tell us.
Yes.
Not that you cannot cross carpet to other groups, but it's just good for you. It's a good information, so that you know those things that are good for your blood group, and then you can begin to inculcate it into your diet.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And health benefits that you derive may simply be a result of just eating healthier than before. Not necessarily because I'm eating group A food, that's why I'm healthy. If I eat group B, I may fall sick. That's not eating at all. You know. So blood group O, for example,
yes, ma'am,
they are advised to, as good as they are, as free as they can eat.
As free as they can eat all sorts.
They should avoid plantain, too much plantain.
Too much plantain.
Because plantain will reduce it will thin out the blood. So that means blood O already has a thin blood. Yes, it will worsen it because you are a general blood, you are a universal donor. Okay. And since you'll be giving blood, you have to avoid something that will make your blood just be flowing ceaselessly and not clot when it's supposed to clot. So blood group O is usually light with iron. Okay, they are full of iron. Contained, yes. Okay. They are full with iron. So an iron is contained in the one contained in plantain makes blood light. It thins the blood. Thins the blood. So please take note, if you have blood O, take it easy on plantain. Plantain is in season right now. Yes. Take it easy with plantain and banana. Eat it in moderation. Especially plantain. Especially plantain. Because banana is more of potassium. Okay, ma. Not iron. The black plantain, that plantain that we are eating for dodo, that one is more of iron contained in the green one more. So dodo eaters, take it easy. No, well, not for everybody, but for O. For O. Because they are general universal donors. They must maintain their clothing in their blood. Any other so they should reduce. They also reduce intake of wheat. Too much wheat is not good for them. It's not good for swallow. Even our popular corn. They should reduce blood O. Reduce agbado. Continuous intake of wheat and corn as a blood group O is exposing yourself to diabetes, because it can easily lure them into diabetes. Please take note of that. So, like I said, the problem here as well is that our different blood groups contain different type of sugar. The type of sugar that A has is different from the type of sugar that O has. So the food that is good for someone with blood group A might not be good for someone with blood group B. Yes. So when you eat a food that does not contain your type of sugar in your blood, your body will be looking for where to keep the sugar. And the sugar will be converted into fat somewhere and will be deposited either in your liver, especially more in the liver, store it there. So that's why you have to eat. Don't anything will have moderation is really very key. You know, that's one of our logo. Moderation is key. In everything. So when there is an excess of this sugar in the liver, or the liver is saturated, diabetes starts for a blood, because this is because the remaining sugar in the body, which can't be converted to fat, begin to spread to the other part of the body, especially the liver, like you said. Yes. Please, so as good as it is, just take note that yes, you have a good blood, you can eat anything, but lower your plantain. But like mommy said, now one, you have to take plantain. She said banana is potassium, so it's not really, it's about plantain. Easy on dodo. Then 2, wheat and corn. That can result to diabetes if it's not taken. She's not saying don't eat it. Eat it in moderation. Thank you, ma. So blood group B, for example, excess consumption of beans is not good for someone with blood group B. Excess of it. There is a major difference between carbohydrate molecules and that of the protein, which is nitrogen. Continuous intake of food that contain nitrogen is not good for someone with blood group B. And beans comes with nitrogen. High level of nitrogen. So the nitrogen goes to the kidney of a group B. That's the one that can deal with his own kidney. Most patients in dialysis center, if you check their blood group, they are majorly from that blood group B. Viewers, are you taking note of this? So, as someone with blood group B, you must reduce your intake of gari also. Of gari and epa. Yes. Even our chicken, if you have to eat chicken, all those scales and everything must be removed. All those skins, everything must be get off.
For blood group B.
If not, just very, very light. You can maybe guinea fowl may be good. I don't know, to replace your turkey.
Or turkey. Okay.
So in fact, avoid chicken if you can.
For blood group
B.
For type B.
Chicken contains an agglutinating lecithin. Now, that can attack bloodstream of someone with blood group B. And which causes immune system disorders and stroke.
Wow.
All these things we are making big name, agglutinating, lectin, and all these things, they are something that comes in subtly. But if you know how to just maintain yourself, and you know that, okay, I'm not supposed to be eating much of this. Let me just take a little of it. And then take plenty of what I'm supposed to take.
Okay.
So people with blood group O and B, continuous consumption of cashew also, and groundnut is not okay for them.
Both peanut. Type B and type O. Too much of peanut,
too much of peanut, too much of groundnut.
So it's a no on Gary and Ekpa.
So people with blood group B, apart from cashew nut and groundnut, they are okay. If they don't add cashew nut, almond is okay for them.
Almond.
There are other cardamom.
Then this asala, what's it called now?
Yes.
I'm trying to remember the English name of asala.
So, but people with blood group O should avoid walnut is good.
Walnut is good, okay. At least
you have they have a minimal intake of nuts. Because nuts contain aflatoxin, which is the body of a person cannot digest it easily.
Properly. For type B and type O.
Yes. Especially with type group O, can't digest all those nuts easily. So, blood group A, one man's food is another man's poison.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the thing. People with blood group O can even avoid yogurt too. How about that? And reduce your intake of yogurt. So people with blood group A and blood group B, you can free yourself from excessive yogurt. Not that you shouldn't take all these things, so it's not a law.
But you should reduce it.
Just reduce. Milk is very good and contains calcium, for example. But it is not a good source of calcium for someone like blood group O.
Oh, okay. So type A, now, what are the foods that they should? Type A.
For
the Hungarians.
Yes. Let me conclude with blood group O. They can't break down lactose, like I said. So some of the hypertension, diabetes found among people with blood group O is caused by milk. At times, excessive milk. Excessive intake of milk is not good for persons with those blood group A, B, and O, and so on. So for A now, blood group A should reduce the general intake of meat, red meat, especially cow meat.
Type A.
Type A. Cow meat is bad for us.
Wow.
I like cow meat, for example. But when I know, as you grow older, you make sure that you flee everything that can and change it to another thing now. Snail is good for them. Snail is perfect.
Snail is good for them. And so, like you said, white meat is good for them.
Is good for them. So cow meat exposes those with blood group O to heart issues.
Blood group A.
Blood group A. Heart issues. Because of both, even our goat meat.
Is a no for them.
I used to think that goat meat is a lean meat.
They said it's a lean meat. They call it lean meat.
I thought it was a lean meat.
Is it not lean? It's not so lean at the end of the day.
Bush meat, I thought that by the time they really smoke it and dry, that's a lean meat. But they said for group A,
is a no.
Every other meat. You can have every other meat, but goat meat, bush meat, red meat, cow meat, you can. So you should reduce your intake. Not that you shouldn't eat them. It's not as if you are in trouble, but reduce them if you can. Whereas excessive intake of it is very good for people in group O.
They are release them to eat all sorts of meat.
Even pomo as well is not good.
For A type.
Yes. Because there are some, even if you have to eat pomo, and true, I discovered something personally.
Okay, but please
if you have to eat pomo, maybe those crunchy light one like cartilage.
The burnt ones. The burnt ones.
Okay. Not those ones that have been swollen up.
Those white ones.
With serious fat. hidden in the corner of it.
So the white ones really have a lot of fat.
Oh my God. Not only the white one, there are some that has been dried because they thought they've extracted all the fat
From it.
But by the time they put
They
it,
soak them again.
it starts moving, and then it become something, become more
even bigger than the normal
bigger
size
than
before.
normal, and the chemicals, everything has changed. So we are just trying to limit whatever we eat to organic.
So like you said, type A, pomo is not, is a no-no
So
too.
blood group A, if it is possible for you to avoid meat as a blood group A, avoid red meat. A person that a group A person, it will not be good for them. Okay. But group O, you can enjoy all the meat you want to enjoy. So blood group A, you should preferably eat snail.
Snail, okay.
I think people in the blood group A are rich.
The rich ones.
People. Snail is expensive now, but what can we do? So snail, turkey is good too.
Turkey is good too. It's not
cheap
cheap
too.
too.
Remove all the skin also.
Turkey
Even
is
if
good.
you have to eat a little poultry like chicken, make it a live chicken if you can.
Okay,
avoid
the organic
all
one.
these fatty, huge.
Not their Greek.
Yes, all these
grown
fatty,
ones.
huge, fatty chicken that you see all over the place. But avoid meat from ram also and cow. Okay. You know, and goat and the likes. So for blood, that's for blood group A. Now for blood group B, yes, you are free to eat cow meat. But it should be minimal too.
The nomadics.
Yes, but you are however free to eat ram and goat meat also. It's very much okay for you.
Okay.
So also blood group B, reduce consumption of the chicken too. As good as you are eating your ram or whatever they ask you to eat. Even tomato too. Tomato fruit for a blood group B
is a no-no.
Reduce it.
Reduce it. Tomatoes.
If it is possible for you to avoid it, you should reduce it.
All the tomato
paste. So chicken, because chicken and tomato predisposes some of people in blood group B to a disease called lupus.
Lupus. Oh.
Too much of
the tomatoes.
Tomato, you drink tomato paste, you drink sweet tomato.
Or the ketchup.
So yes. So lupus is a disease that occurs when your own body immune system attacks your tissue and organs. You know, and lupus currently has no cure, though the situation can be managed. Okay. And research is still going on. So it must be emphasized the importance of consumption of meat with someone with blood group O. Like it was said earlier, if you have blood group O, continue eating meat. Any meat at all, no matter your age.
For blood, they are free.
Yes.
Wow.
At times when people come of age, they reduce their intake of meat. They say, let me reduce. If you are in blood group O, this one is not good. It's not for everybody. Because if you are in blood group O and you are of age and you stop eating meat, you are prone to have arthritis.
Attacks.
You know.
So what is good for the goose sometimes?
Exactly. So this is because you are a proteinous person by nature, and your body now lacks the building blocks of protein. So if you are blood group O and you feel you want to lose weight, you should quit eating bread, corn, pap, custard, those heavy carbohydrates, but let your meat be maintained.
Maintain it.
You know, your steak. So blood group O are proteinous by nature. Blood group A are vegetarians by nature. Blood group B are mainly fruit and plant vegetables by nature. So blood group O, you are very much free to eat your garri, but you do not eat wheat.
Yes, you've said that.
Even if you have diabetes, it's okay. But blood group B should reduce their intake of garri, because garri makes someone to have diabetes in that group too. B. Reduce. All these things is that they should reduce.
Know what is good for you.
Know what is good for your health. For your health. You know. So even Irish potato is not that good with blood group O and A.
So they are more of a meat for
so
them.
It's however good for people with blood group B.
Okay.
And blood group AB.
And blood group
so
AB.
Sweet potato is good for persons with blood group O. Sweet potato.
Potatoes, okay.
But people with blood group A should reduce your intake of yam. Okay. Instead, cocoyam is good. And sweet cocoyam or sweet yam is good. Yes.
Wow, that's good.
It's good for group A.
Okay.
So group A and B, people with blood group AB should focus on food like seafood, dairy,
greens,
vegetables, and egg.
Okay. And
People with blood group AB tend to have low stomach acids. So they are prone to ulcer. They should avoid caffeine, alcohol, corns, wheat, buckwheat, coconut, bananas, mangoes, whole meat, and black tea.
Okay. That's for AB now, type AB.
So people with AB, we are talking on AB, can also take, they can take yogurt, walnut, millet, broccoli, plums, and berries. But in conclusion, they should, all the groups should eat more natural food and reduce consumption of processed food in general.
In general. Natural food and reduce processed food.
Processed food, just go off it in general. Okay. That's it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Before we started the program,
yes,
we were saying that this has not been concluded yet. It is still a study.
Yes.
Many people are watching now. They're noting down. They will rewind. They will take note of stuff. I want you to just, as a health practitioner that has been there for decades, what will you say now? Maybe the person cannot afford the things that you are putting type A now, but he can afford the things that are in type O.
Yes.
What is your advice to that kind of person?
Well, like I said, the research, this major research, which is the case study that we use today, yes, I give credit to Dr. Adamo. The research is going on. But the other nutritionists, dietitians worldwide, they are still making their research. So they've not all agreed together that this is the fixing. But in fact, they do see that, yes, it helps to improve our health even in those groups.
Yes, ma'am.
So all I will say at this junction is, if I know that if I take Gary, for example, yes, if I take too much Gary, it may be hyping my sugar. When I know it's in my group, I should not take Gary. But I want to take the Gary. So what I will do is to reduce the intake of the Gary, so that if a group A is there eating, if maybe I should not even use Gary, let me use red meat.
That's as if you know what
red
was about my red meat.
Good.
That's what I can afford.
That's what because it's cheap and everything. That's what I can afford. I cannot buy chicken, I cannot buy turkey.
Or snail.
But anyway, nobody can say that, because right now, anybody can eat anything in Nigeria. I've seen a place where they will put turkey, is it the wing or the lap? Yes. Cut it into pieces. How many do you want to buy? So you can buy anything according to your money.
To your pocket.
But if you want to be greedy and say that, group, see how it's devouring those red meat.
All sorts.
Those bush meat, those suya. I cannot take my eyes off here, and I may B or A, my type. Then I am building a wrong, healthy something for my heart. Because I'm prone to, the group is prone to heart issue for red meat. And you see somebody that is devouring it, that devouring that he's eating is good for his own heart, but it's bad for you.
So there must be caution.
There must be caution.
Not that this is what I can afford. You have to still caution yourself.
Yes.
Caution yourself.
So caution yourself, and we go to place, take your vegetables. In fact, you can get mushroom is good. Okay. So there's some mushroom like meat. Which
you can even plant if you have a garden.
If you have a garden.
If you have a garden.
You know, and do whatever. Like I said, you can buy, even if you want turkey leg that you can pieces to have. You know, I did something recently.
Yes.
You may not be, you may be an agrarian.
Yes.
But if you have, for example, you have arthritis or lack of calcium and something, do you know that you can gather, we call it biscuit bone.
Bone, yes.
You tell the butchers to give you biscuit bone, buy it. In those days, it used to be free. But nowadays, they are selling.
No, we have the 200. Yes. They will pack it.
Buy them, boil them, put plenty water, add your ginger, garlic, all the herb spices, yes, onions, you know, spice it to your taste. A little, the one I cooked, I even put a little lemongrass
in it
with mint leaf.
Ooh, pepper soup.
A little pepper soup, and I boiled it. Pack all the bowl. If you see my bowl, it's all the biscuit bones there. and then you start drinking. That mood, by the time you finish that bowl, it will reduce your appetite to want to eat bigger food.
Bigger food, yeah, exactly.
Not the broth is the protein, is the calcium.
For your bones.
For your bones, especially the elderly ones.
Viewers, are we getting that? I think you mentioned it when you talked about 50 plus.
Yes. So I'm saying that you are not lost and you are not anything. You can eat anything you want, but with caution.
Thank you very much.
This knowledge is good for you to just know. If I know that, okay, the reason why I'm always having reflux or having gastric or ulcer is because I'm a particular group that is prone to, if I take Coca-Cola or all this fizzy drink, but I want to drink fizzy drink, but I know that if I take it, it's going to cause me gastric. So why can't I remove it?
Totally from my diet.
Totally. And if you want to disengage, maybe you are so addicted to it, a little cup inside water to psychologically tell yourself you are drinking Coke. Do you know that one interesting thing happened? I saw one post on Instagram.
Yes,
a very elderly woman is from the foreign country that they did this in. The woman, she's an elderly, obviously in her 80s or 90s. She now packed a leaf of spinach and cabbage and all this salad together, and now put chocolate bars on the other
by the side.
So she now picked one of the chocolate bars and put one leaf, the leaf of the salad, put one salad.
And smell the chocolate.
Smell the chocolate. It's funny, but if you can psych yourself out, that, because you need to help yourself.
Yes.
We want to, God has given us long life. Amen. And we cannot by ourselves, because of what we want to eat, reduce it or be prone to diseases because we are not keeping some certain natural laws.
Okay, ma'am.
So you can eat whatever you have, but based on purpose. Eat with purpose, intentional eating. So
again, we'll just let you know, she has talked about 4 different types of group. Go through them. We have the agrarians, we have the nomadic, the Njima, and then the hunters. She has just go through. Pick the ones that you can afford. And like she has said, if you cross carpet, it's not a sin. But in all that she has said is moderation to whatever you are eating. Thank you so much, ma. Any last word for people, then we just pray for them. Thank you.
I will say to you that eating healthy or knowing your blood group, you are not condemned to prison, you are not limited. It's not as if you are in trouble now, oh, I cannot eat what I want. You can eat anything. But when you are intentional in the type of things that you want to eat, you don't want to clog your heart, your arteries with saturated, you already know that saturated fats, for example, are bad for your arteries and your health. So you won't go too much further down into saturated fat and all these things. You'll be able to pick and unpick whatever you need to and make it organic most of the time and enjoy yourself. Because it's good to be alive and healthy than to be managed in sickness. Because most people, if they had avoided some things earlier, maybe they will not be now restricted and said you can only take milk and sugar. You can't take anything.
Any other
if
thing.
You take that, you die. You won't come to that stage.
Level.
May the Lord help us.
Amen.
He is our healer. He has given us long life. I believe strongly that God has given us long life. And I pray that we will not by ourselves, our wrong choices, destroy our bodies, which is the temple of the living God. Even our drinks, our fats, you want to take, so many things. Don't let me extend this beyond what we are discussing, but be led. You know what to do. You have it in you. So you don't need anybody to quote it, to tell you, thou shalt not drink beer, thou shalt not drink alcohol. You know what to take. The Lord will help us. And drink plenty of water. Okay? And be stress-free in life. Cast all your burden onto Jesus, for he cares for us.
Yes, amen. Thank you so much, ma. Once again, we thank Dr. Adamo for us, making use of what you have researched.
Cut down sodium, cut down salt also.
Cut down salt also. Yeah. And if you notice that all the food that she has mentioned here, they are all organic food.
Yes.
She didn't mention any food that is not organic. So take note of that. Yes. Thank you so much for joining us today. Look forward to seeing you next week. Once again, thank you very much, ma.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Bye.
Thank
God bless you. Keep healthy.
God bless. Keep healthy. Stay fit.
Stay fit. Bye.
Health Matters, a program featuring healthcare professionals teaching you how to take charge of your well-being and to let you know that God wants you to be healthy. This is Revival and Reformation Television. Keep watching. Thanks for watching Revival and Reformation Television.